my watch time is going up as well. And that's the thing that's like keeping me super motivated. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Keeping Up with MJ and I'm MJ. I actually just wanted to sit down and have a chit chat with you. Some topics that I wanted to chat about for a long time, but I just haven't found the time. I was like, you know what, girl, today's gonna be the day. Okay, we're gonna get it together and come and talk to the people. I'm actually gonna be talking about a few things. It's all centered around content creation, my journey, and some tips, some highs, some lows, and all the things. If you are wanting to become a content creator, if you are already a content creator, definitely watch this video, because I think sharing my experiences, you can learn from other people's experiences, and you can also get some tips and guidance on how you can do things and just keep going. So I'm already thirsty and I just started. I got myself a Stanley Cup from an influencer event that I went to, and I was like, I'm about to be super bougie with this bottle. But I don't know, something about these Stanley Cups be having you feeling like that girl. So if you are new to my channel, then you may not know that I have been a full-time content creator since 2021. That's when I left my job and I became a stay-at-home mom with my daughter, who is now 3 years old. With her full-time since August 2021, and this upcoming August month is going to be 3 whole years that I've been with her at home. And that reflection needs to be in another video, but just thinking about everything is like super crazy, and the journey has been something. Nothing that I regret. And there's a few things that I've learned, because I'm also a social media strategist. 2021, 2022, I feel like that was like literally my year. Like a lot of things was happening for me. I hit 100K on my Social with MJ page, and my Rebel MJ page, my personal page, was growing on Instagram really well. YouTube was there, but I wasn't really consistent on YouTube to really see growth, so I wasn't really taking it seriously. I wasn't really on TikTok for real, because I couldn't get it. Like I didn't understand how to grow on there fully, so I wasn't really taking it on. But Instagram, I was like full throttle, and I was like really booming in that area. Looking back, like as how many things that I did accomplish back then leading up to where I am now, sometimes I'm like, okay God, like what's going on? Because I don't know, 2023 was really a rough year, and I don't think I really spoke about that. We'll get into that in this video. But I've been content creating since 2021. I've had a lot of highs in that year, 2021, 2022. Like everything was going really well. The money was flowing. I had a lot of clients. I was doing a lot of orders for my social page, and then on my Rebel MJ page, I was growing. I was posting, like I was having fun doing the thing. I was like super consistent. And then somewhere along the line, like my consistency dropped. I had to like double back. Like 2023, that year, like my consistency was like all over. I wasn't seeing as much growth as I did before, and that was concerning for me, because I am a girl who is about her. Look through my insights all the time, and I'm like, okay, all of my stuff is green. That means I'm doing well. My audience is commenting. My audience is DMing me. I'm getting emails, so that's how I kind of know that I'm doing well in my social media space. As soon as those stop coming in, as soon as my insights, they're no longer green, they're red, like something is concerning when I'm not getting a lot of clients, not of emails for social work. That kind of like gets me on my toes. I need to pivot in this space. Maybe I need to pivot in my life and like switch something around, because something is not working anymore. When something is not working with your audience, with your community, with your social media, you have to pivot, and you can't just stay in one place stagnant, because you're not going to. Towards the end of 2023 into 2024, that's when I was like, you know what, something has to change with my content, because I am not reaching as much people as I was before, and I feel the decline, and I'm going to get into that right now. All right. The teacher in me is saying, girl, you're supposed to be sharing the highs before you get to the lows, the not so good parts. So I'm going to actually double back and actually share some of the things that I have been successful in thus far. One of the things that I'm actually like really proud of this year is actually being more consistent on YouTube. I've seen my YouTube grow in, I would say, I don't want to like quote the wrong thing. So like, let me make sure my stats is right. This January, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to post more on YouTube, more YouTube videos to try to grow my community, find my people, because I wouldn't say that I found my community on YouTube just yet. I feel like I'm still getting there, and I will build, that audience as soon as I keep my momentum. I have been making some progress, and I would say from February-ish, that's when it kind of started, because in February I gained 81 subscribers, and then in March 25, because I had like a little hit. Then in April there was 42 subscribers. In May, because I was going full throttle at that point, in May, y'all, I had 194 subscribers on here, and that kind of gave me the push to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing, because people will find me. People want to hear what I have to say. People like the content that I'm putting out. When your audience love the content that you're putting out, you have to create more of it to kind of keep them there. That's something that I've learned as a social media strategist. Stop switching things up. If something is working and is helping you grow, do a little more of it. In June, I got 135 subscribers. July, I have 20, and we're still in July. So far this month, I had 20 subscribers come to my channel and stayed. I am so like happy. That kept me motivated, because honestly, y'all, I was like, what am I not doing on YouTube? Like, why are people not watching my videos? It was kind of discouraging, and I was like feeling like, dang. Because like I told y'all, in 2023 was a low year for me, and I'm getting into that next. I was really here like, dang, my YouTube channel, I've had it since 2020, the pandemic. I remember in 2020, 2021-ish, that's when I got my first 500 subscribers. I was on the road to 1,000 subscribers because I wanted to get monetized on YouTube. And just being completely transparent, I'm not monetized on YouTube yet. Even though I have 1.9k subscribers, I still have to build up my watch time hours. So I still have to figure out a strategy where I can get people to stay longer and watch the entire video and build up my watch time hours so that I can be monetized. So I'm encouraging you guys all the time to like watch my videos till the end, help me build up my watch time hours. If you love what I say here, if you love the content, you know, that's my take on like the whole YouTube thing. That's where I've been, but I have been feeling more motivated since I've been gaining more traction and more people and more eyes, and my subscriber count has been going up. And also, not only my subscriber count is going up, my watch time is going up as well. And that's the thing that's like keeping me super motivated, y'all. Like sometimes you have to just keep going. You may not see it right there and then, but you got to keep going. 2023 was like not the best year. To be honest, like I was feeling real down, y'all. Down and out. Just to be completely honest, 23, I was hoping like, okay, if I could hit 100k then, this year I should be hitting 200k, right? So that was like literally my mindset. I'm like, if I could hit 100k, I could definitely hit 200k. So when I didn't hit 200k in 2023, I was like, dang, something is off. Like, what's going on? Also, I had goals for my Rebel MJ page, and I was actually almost at 51k on Instagram. Then I started losing followers on Instagram. Why is my numbers going down instead of going up like it's usually doing? And as a social media strategist, super helpful for everybody else. Like I could tell everybody else what they're doing, how they should do it to grow. There for me, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to take my own advice. Although I thought I was taking my own advice in what I was doing, but honestly, I was not. I was not consistent, and I wasn't showing up like I was before. And I was just posting videos. I was barely talking to my audience. They barely were getting to know who I am. And I think that's my biggest do, a lot of talking in the camera videos. I may do a few voiceovers here and there, but I'm not consistently talking to my audience. That was one of the things that I realized was kind of bringing my content down. It's not always like a piece of cake. You got to put the work in. You got to realize what your content is working, what content isn't working. And also I feel like I was kind of putting myself in a box. I wasn't trying new types of content, even though I know these things, guys. I can assess other people's pages and tell them what they're doing wrong, what they can do to get better, and it works for them. But when it comes to myself, I don't do it as often. So that is something that I have been working on this year. I've been doing more voiceovers. I've been doing more talking in the camera videos. I'm actually on a challenge right now for the month month of July. I've been doing 31 days of outfits in my closet. I've been doing a mixture of like get ready with me's, voiceovers, and just using trending sounds in light of staying more consistent and just building more of my audience. And I was one of the girlies who was hiding their likes on Instagram because I was ashamed that my numbers are so low. And I was like, you know what? At this point, it doesn't matter. Like, the numbers doesn't matter. The number of likes I get on a post doesn't matter to me as much as the comments, because when somebody is commenting, that means they're taking an extra step to say something to you under your page, you know? And I appreciate that even more than a like. So the likes, I stopped hiding my likes because I'm not ashamed of it. At the end of the day, off of social media, I know I'm a dope person regardless. Thing is, the reason why I even started creating content is because I love taking photos and videos, and I just love doing that, and I love sharing that with people. So that's why I created my platform. I was sharing a lot of photos and videos and stuff like that. It's my passion for the drum, so that's never going to change, and that's not going to stop unless I stop loving what I do. That's just like some reflection on that. I'm glad though that I'm at a space right now where I'm not feeling down and out and not doing anything about it. Now I am taking the necessary steps to kind of stay more consistent, build my audience, build my community, because that is what's most important. I want to leave you guys with some creator tips that I have been following for myself as well, that I do see is working for. It's all a learning game. Even or not, even the biggest creators are still learning as they go. So don't put too many people on a pedestal. You still gotta know your worth and know that you're doing what you're doing. Take their tips with a grain of salt. Don't copy people. Like, literally take inspiration, but don't copy. Just keep working at what you're doing. Okay, stop looking at other people, because the moment you start looking at other people is when you lose sight of your vision of what God has for your life, and then you just go in a downward spiral of questioning your worth, of imposter syndrome. They all could come hit you fast if you lose sight of your vision, of your road, of your light. Creative tips that I have for you on staying if you didn't know, I did create a consistent planner. It's a digital consistent planner. I created it because for myself, I realized, like I told you guys, I realized that in 2020, like towards the end of 2023, I realized that I was not being consistent as I usually am. And I needed something to keep me more organized, because originally, I am an organized girly, but I kind of fell off track. This year, I've kind of been getting back on that financially in my household as a wife. Not the best, but I am trying to get back to where I was. Gotta just keep my head focused. I've been reading my Bible, started my Bible year late, but I've started it and I've been stronger with my Bible, and I feel like everything will fall into place. Moving big on faith, because I feel like I don't see it, but I know it's there. Like, I just gotta just keep at it. I created my digital consistency planner, and I'm gonna pop it up on the screen. This planner is really good because it's not only digital, but you can reuse it. It's a PDF. You can plan your content for the week. I only did it for the week because I like to plan my content each week. Majority of the times when people are like, oh, you're always posting, how you post every day, da 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 da, and I'm like, girl, I plan my content. I batch my content. I'm a stay-at-home mom, okay? And I'm a content creator, and I'm a social media strategist. So I have to batch my content in order to be successful, because I can't just create on a whim. I have to plan it out. I have to have my schedule, and I have on it, else I won't be consistent. My first thing is definitely have a planner to plan out your content, batch your content, and definitely do the research and see what content is working with your audience. Second thing I would say about being consistent is to brainstorm, carve out time to figure out what you actually love. And I know a lot of people say you have to niche down. That's the only way you're successful, but I don't think so. I think you can be successful with multiple niches. Yeah, at first, maybe you should start off with like 2 or 3. I think you can be very much multi-hyphenated and still reach your audience. Your people would find you, because when you have one niche, I feel like you're putting yourself in a box, because you're telling people, oh, this is the only thing that I can create. This is the only thing I'm good at. And no, for me, I have multiple things that I'm good at, multiple things that I love. I be holding back sometimes because I'm like, I don't know if people want to see that in this space. Sometimes you gotta just put that content out there, and the right audience would find you. It's trial and error, and some people are scared to take the risk, but It's all trial and error. Another tip that I have for you is to definitely repurpose your content. This helps with staying consistent, because if you want to stay consistent on all your platforms, repurposing your content is definitely going to help you get to that place. Because let's say you post a reel on Instagram, that same video, you can post it on TikTok, you can post it on YouTube Shorts. And your YouTube video, your long form YouTube video, you can cut that up, post it on TikTok, even YouTube Shorts, and you can post that same video on Pinterest. And we all know Pinterest is a search engine, so when you post content on there, make sure your titles are searchable, that you have keywords in there. That content is there forever and people will always be able to find it. And the next tip I have for you is make sure you know the difference between frequency and consistency. Frequency is when you're just posting. But when you're posting consistently, you have a plan, you have a strategy. You're posting, you're consistently showing up for your audience. That doesn't mean every single day. It just means that you found a time that works for you, that you can show up online and be your best self, not just show up just to show up. Post consistently and not frequently. My last tip is for the girlies who need accountability. Get a partner. You know, like accountability partners like you have when you're working out? Get one of those for content. Get somebody you can shoot with. Get a friend who would like push you and tell you, girl, you need to post today. Why you didn't post? I am that for a lot of people and it helps them a lot. I give them the encouragement like, girl, why you didn't post today? I thought you were doing this challenge with me. What's going on? Get an accountability partner. It will definitely keep you on track and consistent towards your goals. And this video is getting really long and I did not mean for it to be this long, but hopefully you stayed. It's been helpful and interesting. We're going to touch base on some other points in another video, but I'm just going to wrap this one up. Being a content creator is a lot of work. You have to know that it's not all a bed of roses. You have to put in the work. You're not just going to grow overnight. And a lot of people come into this space thinking that they're going to grow overnight, and it kind of takes away from the value and from the work that we all put in, because it's not an overnight job. We worked hard to get here. We worked hard in building our audience, building our credibility, trust, all of those things. So when you decide to be a content creator, take those things in mind. Definitely tune back in. If you want to be a part of my community, come on in. Okay, we a vibe here. Thank you so much for watching my video, allowing me to be a little vulnerable and share little things with you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye.